One of the things that we are often asked to do is to explain how credit card processing works. It can be confusing to say the least. There are lots of moving parts and many layers of technology between the customer's credit card swipe and the deposit being made into your merchant account. Let's take a quick look behind the curtain and see how it all comes together. The customer uses their credit card to make a purchase of goods or services from you, the merchant. You send the transaction to the payment processor through the card terminals and the POS system. The payment processor sends the transaction to the acquiring bank and payment network. From there, the transaction information goes to the credit card issuer for authorization. The issuer authorizes or declines the transaction and sends the information back through the system. The payment processor's credit card terminal tells your POS system to complete the authorized transaction and the sale is ready to complete. This entire process can happen in less than a second. Now let's follow the money, and here's where it gets really interesting. For our example, let's say that the customer is buying a new grill, and to keep the math easy, we'll assume that the total cost after taxes is $100. The customer signs and completes the transaction to make a purchase of goods or services from you, the merchant. Your POS system sends the completed transaction information to the payment processor. The payment processor sends the transaction information to the acquiring bank and payment network. The transaction information is then sent to the credit card issuer for payment. Through batch processing, the acquiring bank sends an ACH payment to your merchant account for the amount of the transaction, less the interchange costs of the transaction as well as the payment network fees. The credit card issuer bills the customer for the transaction, and the customer pays the monthly credit card bill. In our example, the customer paid with a CPS Rewards Visa. But the reality is that there are hundreds of card types that can be used, such as Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express, credit or debit, cashback or points. Even the size of the issuing bank, what's being purchased, and the type of merchant makes a difference. The fees and per transaction charges that are assessed by the credit card issuer are called interchange rates or wholesale rates. They're non-negotiable, and they're the same for everyone, and make up almost all of the processing fee. The credit card issuer pays the acquiring bank and payment network for the transaction, less the interchange rate and per transaction fees, based on the type of card being used. The payment network shares the remaining portion. This can be in the form of a percentage markup of the interchange rate, a per transaction fee, or both. It's the only variable or negotiable part of the entire process. For many retailers, transaction and interchange fees can be confusing. To help, IntraFirst offers a free review of your monthly payment statements to show you an easy-to-understand comparison of your current charges versus potential savings with IntraFirst. We provide our full-time merchants with free terminals. We guarantee that you can save money. We use national, well-known banks to process your transactions, and you don't have to change bank accounts. As an authorized agent for the industry's largest processing networks, you can rest assured that you have the industry's best and brightest behind every transaction. Go ahead, call us today. It's the right move for you.